Hello everyone and welcome to ASL 1. This is a quick tutorial to show you around both Brightspace and TrueWay ASL. One of the most complicated parts of this class is that you have your Brightspace LMS, which is your learning management system. That's the system used by CCBC. But you'll also have a separate LMS called TrueWay ASL. TrueWay ASL is like your online textbook for the course. So when you're on Brightspace, you should see a welcome page, something like this, which is your course homepage. Just prior to your course starting or within the first week of your class, your teacher will post some announcements here and will likely give you a course link to your TWA, TrueWay ASL course home. You may purchase a code to access TWA from our bookstore, or when you first click the link to go to TrueWay ASL, it'll prompt you to pay at that time. For this class, you're also going to need access to GoReact, and that is another code that you can purchase from the bookstore, or you may pay at the time that you log in from the TrueWay ASL landing page. So this is the home page for your course, and if you're new to Brightspace, you can see that for the course you have menu buttons going across the top. So you always land in the course home, and that's where you'll see any recent announcements from your instructor. If your instructor has set up due dates for the course, they'll be listed here as well. The next button you're going to want to hit is the content. Content takes you to an outline of all the modules for the course. So here down the left column outlines all the important content for your course. You have a course overview, which is a place where you can read and review about the course. You also have a table of contents, which will pull this menu together and you'll be able to see each item within. Here's the Getting Started section, and you'll be able to go through here and read about the different technologies that you use in your course. Notice when I clicked on Getting Started that it had this other kind of accordion menu pop out below it. It's a very small indent to see when you're looking at nested items under a submenu. So if I click on Getting Started again, if I click on Table of Contents, then that brings my menu back up. It closes all the accordions. And then you see we have the modules broken down here, 1 through 5, 6 through 10, and 11 through 15. So when we click on modules 1 through 5, then you can click through each one. Here's module 0, module 1, module 2. And for this class, each module, when you click on, module 2 here, it'll start with an overview and it'll have a rough outline of everything that is due that week for the class. So if you're taking this during a regular 15-week session, these blocks come down to each week. There are 15 little blue and white blocks with all the due dates. If you're taking this during a summer session, check your master schedule under the syllabus tab because we will have combined weeks. So in week 1, you're going to do modules 1 and 2. In week 2, you'll do modules 3 and 4. So just double check your schedule if you're here during a summer session. And then I just want to give you a quick sneak peek what TrueWay ASL looks like. Like I said, for this course, a lot of the assignments that you're going to do are on TrueWay. So here we're looking at week 2 and it says read this profile. Okay, so reading is here, right here on Brightspace. If you click on that, it'll take you to the reading. It says watch. Anything that says watch is right here in TrueWay. If you click on that part of the module, it'll show you all the videos that we want you to watch before class. I'm going to follow my breadcrumb trail to go right back to where I was. So these are all things you're going to do in Brightspace. But then in class, we're going to watch and discuss snapshots 1.3, 1.4. This is TrueWay. And that's where you see here on TWA Conversation Starters. And then for you to do and submit, these are the activities and assignments that you need to do for the week. Review the vocabulary, complete fingerspelling names, GR in TWA. That means GoReact in TrueWay. So GoReact is that other tool you're going to use, which is an online video lab. And I'm going to show you that in just a moment. And then worksheet 1.3, and you see right here where it's in parentheses, that's in TWA. And quiz 1.3 and 1.4, that's in TWA. So the first time you click that join link to join your instructor's TrueWay classroom, it will prompt you to either put in your bookstore code or to pay for your access. Once you are in, here is what TrueWay looks like. It's just one long running module, and it's broken down into 4 units, and each unit is broken down further. So here's unit 1. You have a full vocabulary list for this unit, and then 1.3, 1.1, 1.1 snapshots are things that you guys will do in the classroom. The teacher will probably pull these up and play them, and you'll discuss them. Conversation starters are things that you will do in the classroom, but then here's those worksheets. So when you were back over here on your Brightspace, if we're at week 1, we see that in week 1, your submit item is worksheet 1.1 and 1.2. So when you're here in TrueWay, you see worksheet 1.1, you are going to click on it and do it right here in TrueWay. Everything, all of the worksheets and all of the quizzes, all of the SOARs are all submitted right here in TrueWay. So you follow these steps, then click take the quiz, and it'll all be graded and done right here in TrueWay. You'll be able to view your grades immediately for most worksheets and quizzes. Anything where you're doing a production assignment where you're actually signing, you won't see your grade immediately because you'll need to wait for your instructor to grade it. But most of the assignments here in TrueWay will auto-grade themselves very quickly. So this is where you will find all of those assignments. Now here's the first Go React assignment. Here in TrueWay, we've put GR next to any Go React assignment. So Go React assignment means that you're actually going to videotape yourself signing. So you are going to need a webcam. And on the Go React assignment, it's going to tell you what to do. And now this is telling me I need to log in. So here I need to log into my Go React account. And then after I did that, let's see if it'll let me do it now. After I've done that, this will come up as a screen using your web camera, and it will record you signing whatever it is that your teacher wants you to sign. And so for this one, you're supposed to introduce yourself, say, hi, my name is, fingerspell your name. And you'll be submitting videos and responses all semester using TrueWay. Here from TrueWay, you can view your grades. When you click here, I have no grades in this example because this isn't an actual shell that anyone's using. But from the grades here, you'll be able to see each of the items that you submit in TrueWay and the grade. And then at the end of each week, your instructor will take whatever grade you got on these items, and they will input them into the gradebook here on Brightspace. So then you'll see there are some things that you're going to turn in on Brightspace. And there are some things that you're going to submit in TrueWay. So for this module, it says do these things, you should turn these things in, and I have right here where it says it's all TrueWay, or if it's Go React is within TrueWay. And I have reminders. You also have video observation reports, deaf community events, and a video project for this class. All of these things are submitted via Brightspace. So that's just a quick introduction to using Brightspace and TrueWay for your ASL 1 class. If you have any questions, reach out to your instructor. Have a great semester.